there folks, family and friends. It is James with Triple J's Adventures, and yeah, we're skipping ahead several days here. I believe last time we left off we were leaving Valdez, or we're in Valdez or something like that. But yeah, we've moved on quite a bit. We've actually gone through Palmer and Wasilla and Anchorage, and we're now in the Kenai Peninsula. And we're headed towards, ultimately towards Homer, I believe, and Soldotna and Seward once we get a chance. But currently we are at the Crescent Creek Campground. And this is an old rustic campground here. Looks like it's been here a while. Outside of Cooper Creek, Alaska. And so I believe I'm standing in site number 1 here, but this is kind of what they got, you know. It's a Forest Service campground with your fire rings, picnic tables, and they do provide the bear boxes here. And I do have to say, kind of surprising, this is one of the few Forest Service campgrounds that we've stayed at thus far here in Alaska. A lot of them that we've stayed at up to this point have been, I guess, Alaska state parks. So this is an actual Forest Service campground. So if you have your America the Beautiful the pass, or America the Beautiful pass, then you get half off at these. But the state parks, I don't believe you do. But there's our rig off over there. We're in site number 9. And we just pulled in a little while ago, so we're getting set up. But yeah, it just kind of loops around, and you got one vault toilet there, or 2 of them actually, side by side, but right in the center. But some nice views of the mountains through the trees. We're going to call this home at least for a night before we continue on. I think we're going to head down to Soldotna in the morning or so, and then on down to Homer. But the drive through here has been absolutely gorgeous. Alaska just keeps giving and giving. So anything else come our way, I'll be sure to put it in here, folks. We're continuing on. Well, we've made it to Kachemak Bay, and Homer, just right outside of Homer. There's the bay out there. And off over there in the distance is the Homer Spit, I believe so. We're going to be heading down there here in just a bit. Some gorgeous views of the bay here. Got a boat way down there in the water. Looks like some islands off in the distance over there. But not too bad of a day. A little overcast, but not too cold. Look at all that greenery. It's really green here too. Well, we made the decision to stay here on the Spit at least for a night. We are in site number 22 at one of the, I think this is a municipal campground here. It's only $30 a night, and no hookups here. But you do have these beautiful views of the bay and the mountains off in the distance. And these sites, they provide you with a picnic table and a fire pit. And they do have some porta potties also. But yeah, again, this big draw here is going to be the views that you get of the bay and stuff. There's a beach right over there, so we're going to walk over there in a second. But we also had an early dinner. Decided to go to a little restaurant here on the spit called Glacier D's, and had some halibut, some fries, and Joe had himself some clam and oysters and stuff, and man, he ate that up pretty good. So if you do come down to the spit, yeah, you may want to check them out. Pretty reasonably priced and some good food. Well, let's walk over here. It is a little windy, so if it gets real bad, I'll probably have to adjust the volume. But let's just walk over here real quick to the beach and see what we got. It is pretty tight parking. You know, you're next to your neighbors. This is only going to be for a night anyway, so. Nice and sandy here. All this driftwood. Yep. There we are. Well, from one side of the Kenai Peninsula over to the other, we have made our way over to Seward, Alaska. And we're over here by the harbor. I'm just checking out these nice mountain views there. It looks like there's a glacier or something right there in between those two. But got a nice area where you can camp overlooking the bay. That's going to be the bay over there. The mountains on the other side. It is very pretty. I'm going to get Joe out and walk him around a little bit. Looks a little hazy today though, so I'm not getting the clearest of pictures. And there seems to be some sort of cruise ship on the terminal over there. Doesn't look to be too big. And there's the harbor. So we're gonna go check that area out here for a bit and get Joe out a little bit and see if we can see some sea life. But yeah, another nice ride over. And right over there they got a free dump station here in town, so that's pretty cool and nifty of them.
What are those big ones weigh?
50, 60 barrels.
What is
What you do when you're in Seward.
Rockfish.
Rockfish. Okay. I'll have the rock right. Good looking display there.